What happened?
It's over. It's all up to the judge now.
Did you testify?
I was the last witness.
Well, how did that go?
Hardest thing I've ever had to do.
Honey, were you able to help?
I don't know. I hope so.
Was it exactly what you thought? That you would just be a character witness?
As if Caroline needs anyone to attest to her character. Apparently, this scum who raped her told the judge it wasn't rape at all. That Caroline was just dying to go to bed with him.
Oh, my God.
I mean, all you have to do is look at it and know that couldn't possibly be true. Anyway, the questions got pretty involved.
Does that mean that you had to testify to your relationship with her?
In detail.
What does that mean?
It means they wanted somebody to tell them, based on experience, that Caroline wasn't about to go to bed with anyone.
It must have been very difficult for you. And for her?
Well, I got to testify that for months now, I've been pursuing this lady, begging her to marry me, and still couldn't get past first base. And then there's that Ron Deacon, sitting there with that smug, arrogant look on his face. Whether I came so close, tearing that guy apart.
How did Caroline react to all of that?
It's hard to tell.
I'm sure she was very grateful. She, above all people, understands how difficult it is for you to reveal yourself.
Well, that's nothing compared to what she had to go through these last few weeks.
Did you see Thorne?
Thorne? No.
Really? He asked about you. I told him that you were going to be at the courthouse. He told me he was going to go right over there.
Yeah, I'll bet. No, he must have arrived there after my testimony, after I left, because I sure didn't see him.
Why didn't you wait and talk to Caroline?
What would be the point of that? Caroline's made it very clear how she feels. Nothing that happened today was going to change that. Besides, with the trial being over, Brother Thorne ought to be just about ready to pop the big question.
You must be exhausted.
Numb is more like it. I feel like somebody pulled the plug and drained all the emotion of the last few weeks right out on me.
Well, can I get you anything? Cup of coffee, maybe?
No, thanks.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be melodramatic. I'm fine. Just all this waiting. How long do you think it'll take for the judge to reach her verdict?
I don't know. What did Jeff Talon say?
Just that you can never tell about these things.
What, was he more optimistic after Ridge's testimony?
Cautiously optimistic. It all depends on how the judge reacted to Ridge's testimony.
I'm sorry I wasn't there.
Maybe it was for the best.
Did you know that Ridge was going to be called?
No. Apparently, Jeff just thought of the idea late yesterday. I was so stunned when Ridge came into that courtroom. But he was wonderful, Thorne. He was so open and so willing to tell the truth, even at his own expense.
I'm glad. He owes you that. And God knows we needed something to offset the allegations of Ron Deacon.
I can't tell you how much I want to be able to just walk away from this whole thing and never think about that man again.
It's all gonna be over soon.
It'll never be over for me, Thorne, if he isn't convicted. That liar isn't found guilty.
Good morning. Oh. Rocco Connor, reporting for duty. Where's the boss?
Mother, I was just leaving.
Honey, you're exhausted. You've been up all night.
Can't be helped. There's work to be done. I won't be late.
Ridge.
Well, what do you know? You never can tell what'll turn up on your doorstep. If you're waiting for Thorne, he's not home.
I know. Actually, I was looking for you.
Come on in.
You left so quickly this morning after your testimony, I didn't have a chance to thank you for what you did for Caroline. I think it's going to make a big difference on the judge's verdict.
Well, let's hope so.
I'm sure it wasn't very easy for you, going into all the details of your relationship.
No. No, it wasn't.
I want you to know I admire you for it. I mean it. It was a very unselfish thing to do.
You didn't think I had it in me?
I didn't say that.
Well, in any case, whatever it takes to get that creep off the street and keep him off.
I agree.
Would have thought you'd be with Caroline.
I was. But just as we were leaving the courthouse, Thorne showed up. Caroline decided to go home with him.
I'm sure Caroline's relieved that the trial's over.
Except she can't really relax until the verdict's in. Apparently, Ron Deacon's testimony was pretty damaging.
Yeah, damn it, he lied.
And if I were the judge, everything you said today would convince me of it. But we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah. Well, I've got to get to the office. Here, I'll walk you out.
Okay. Ridge, thanks again for everything you did today.
Yeah. Sorry I have to run.
Okay, I understand.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
That's okay.
You know, I'm kind of waiting for your brother. It's my first day on the job, and he told me to kind of check in with him.
We've met, haven't we?
Yeah. I'm surprised that you remember. You were there the day that your brother told me about the job. I'll never forget, man, you were wearing this awesome bathing suit.
Oh, of course. How could I forget? You're the rock star.
I'm the what?
I told Ridge I thought you looked like a rock singer. That's your name, isn't it? Rock something or other? Rock?
Rocco. Rocco Connor.
Kristen Forrester. Welcome aboard.
Tell you one thing, your family sure isn't hurting for looks.
Well, thanks.
Actually, I've been told I look a lot like your brother.
You and Ridge?
Well, yeah, I look jawbone. Try it. You know, your brother, he told me that you designed that suit you were wearing the other day.
Oh, yes. I was finishing up some things from our spring line.
You still working on that?
No. Now we're into summer.
Summer in November?
We have to stay 2 jumps ahead in order to get everything manufactured and into the stores on time.
That makes sense. Yeah, man, I am really into this designing stuff. You know, maybe some night we can get together and you can show me the ropes and...
Why don't we see how you do in shipping first, okay?
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean, you know, that...
I know you didn't. Look, Rocco, a word of advice. Take it one step at a time. If you're good, there'll be plenty of opportunities for you to move up.
All right. Well, I'm good, all right. In fact, I just can't wait to show you how good.
You'll let me know as soon as you hear something from the courtroom about the verdict?
Mm-hmm. You will be the first one to know.
Okay. I'll check with you later.
Hello, Brooke.
Mrs. Forrester, you startled me.
I'm so sorry. Ridge was just driving away. Did you miss him?
No, I didn't. I got a chance to talk to him before he left.
Oh.
I just wanted to come by and thank him for what he did for Caroline today.
You were in the courtroom.
Yes. Ridge was quite the hero. I think his testimony is going to make a big difference in the outcome on Caroline's case.
Well, I hope so for Caroline's sake. Won't you come in? You're very fond of Ridge, aren't you?
I'm very fond of all your family, Mrs. Forrester. You've all been very kind to me.
As we should be. You've been very kind to Caroline. I feel like she's a member of our family. My hope is that she will be a member of the family.
It's very possible she will be soon.
You mean with Thorne?
Yes, Thorne.
So you don't think there's anything left between Ridge and Caroline?
I can't speak for Ridge.
No, of course you can't.
But I really do believe, from everything I've seen and from what she's told me, that Caroline is very much in love with your younger son.
How fortunate for Thorne. How tragic for Ridge.
Tragic?
He's in love with her. Very much so. But I guess he'll just have to learn to get over her, won't he?
It would seem that way.
Have you had lunch? I can have Maria fix something for us.
Thank you, but I wish I could. My mother, I promised her I'd be home with the car so she could use it.
Another time, then.
I'd like that.
Please give your mother my best.
I will. Thank you.
You know, I would just love to have an office like this. I'm telling you. Did you do all these?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're good, you know, they're really good.
Thanks.
Sure you wouldn't want to take me on as a protege? Because I learn real fast.
I'll bet you do. See how you do in shipping first. Then we'll talk, okay?
You know, though, I'm going to make it to the top, you'll see. And there's no reason why we can't be both up there together. Because we could.
Rocco,
Mr. Forrester.
what are you doing here?
Well, it's my first day on the job. You didn't forget, did you?
Tell you the truth, I did.
Oh, there's no problem, is there?
No, I'm glad you're here. Kristen, why don't you take Forrester's newest employee down to shipping, introduce him around?
Oh, cool. I mean, there is nothing like walking in with a gorgeous blonde on your arm to start things off right. Not to mention the boss's daughter. Ah, those guys in shipping, man, they are going to be eating their hearts out. Mademoiselle? Oh, Mr. Forrester, if you ever need any help up here,
You're real eager, aren't you?
Mr. Forrester, I'd like to respectfully say, sir, that I'm after your job.
I'm gonna fight you for it, Rocco.
Just watch me, sir. You're gonna see big things coming from Rocco Connor.
I wish you well, my friend. I mean that.
Well, come on. My future awaits, pretty lady.
You got a minute, Ridge?
Come on in. What can I do for you, Thorne?
I wanted to say thanks for what you did today for Caroline.
No problem.
I'm sure it took a lot going into that courtroom, talking about her, bearing your soul, getting into the intimate details of your relationship with her.
Caroline told you about my testimony?
She said without it, she'd have been lost. As far as she's concerned, you're her only chance of the judge coming back with a guilty verdict for Ron Deacon. The DA felt the same way.
You know what it was like to finally see that dirt in court today? I wanted to grab him and kill him. I almost did.
The courts are hard to deal with. Everyone going out of their way to give a guy like that an even break. After what he did to Caroline. After all that she's been through.
She seems to be holding up.
Yes, she is. Much better than in the beginning. That's right. This is the first time you've seen her, isn't it?
Since the rape.
You really went out on a line, brother. I want you to know I respect you for that.
Thanks.
That's all I really wanted to say.
Thorne. Have you asked Caroline to marry you yet?
No. But I plan to. Just as soon as the verdict's in. It shouldn't be long now.
Hi. Hi. Did Thorne leave?
Yeah, well, he had to get back to the office. Where were you?
I thought I'd run some errands, give you two some time alone. How are you feeling?
This waiting is driving me crazy. I don't even know when the verdict will come in. Could be days, Brooke. I don't know if I can wait that long.
Caroline, it could also be a couple of hours. That's what the DA says. So hang in there. We're really close.
I know. You're right. Nobody said it was going to be easy. If Ron Deacon is not found guilty,
He will be.
Brooke, he has to be.
Caroline, we've all had our doubts. But after Ridge's testimony today,
He was really wonderful, wasn't he? I know what it cost him to answer all those questions today. To tell you the truth, I didn't know if he had it in him to be that vulnerable. But he didn't hold anything back. It was as if he saw my point of view today like he never could when we were together. Everything that I so desperately needed for him to understand, he suddenly understood. Or he seemed to. Ironically, most of our problems stem from the fact that it was important for me to be a virgin when we got married. And now, well, I guess it's just a moot point, isn't it?
Caroline, just what are you saying?
Nothing really. It's just funny the way things work out sometimes. You know, I should really thank him.
What?
Ridge, I really want to thank him for what he did for me today.
You're going to see him?
He could have saved my whole case today, Brooke. I think the least I can do is thank him in person.
I'll call you later.